here, week 0. Erik Moses down the right to the guest line. Erik, now that you're a big wig bowl guy, you run bowls,
big dog, man.
Can you get a word in to whoever needs to hear this? Can we just make this week 1? Why does it need to be week 0? Makes no sense. And now the high school kids are doing it too. Why is that?
Yeah, I got a week 0 game tonight myself, Erik.
It's weird, especially since there are 4 games going on this Saturday. I mean, it's kind of it's interesting, but football is here, and we should all be excited.
So we work on that for us for next year. All these meetings you go
I'll
to.
Get right on that, guys.
Okay, yeah, put that on your 500th to-do list there.
Now this is where I do my little brown nosing real quick. Let me get out of the way.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So I've been on the Fiesta Bowl committee for over 25 years. I've had a yellow jacket. I've had multiple ones. And we always start our season off with a kickoff luncheon. And we just had one last week with Larry Fitzgerald. Erik was ahead of it. It was by far the best event we have ever put on, in my opinion. And we've had good ones. Minucci and I have hosted them with Tom Osborne and Stoops and all these different guys, Jake Plummer. But that was awesome. And how Larry, we all got to see a different side of Larry I think none of us have ever seen before. But just the kids, the high school kids, the gals, everybody was amazing. Erik, I just wanted – I already told you that, but I wanted to go public with that.
You knocked it out the park, Erik. Good job.
Well, I really appreciate that, guys. Our team did a fantastic job in working with the folks at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess, who are fantastic at big events. It felt good, sold out event, 1,100 people, 40 preseason all-state football players, boys tackle, girls flag, and the one and only Larry Fitzgerald. It couldn't have gone better. I'm so pleased with doing it. And Rock, as you know, we talked about a little bit, moving from the Biltmore out to the Princess. I had a little bit of concern whether or not people would make their way out there, but we have to give them the reason to come, and they came, and we'll look to take it to the next level again next year, man. But thank you so much for your support. It was a fantastic afternoon.
And I got to tell you what, Erik, for a lot of the high school kids, I'm very familiar with a lot of them, like Caitlin Jewell, who is your top quarterback, and had a chance to train her for a couple of years. That was, for her biggest thing was asking Larry Fitzgerald questions and him answering and having her talk. I mean, that's like a life-changing experience for these young athletes, the guys and the gals. Her and her parents, they were like, wow. Yeah. I mean, could be a life-changing experience for them when they get older to give back as well.
Yeah, they sent me a really nice message about that opportunity. And look, part of that has to do with how fantastic a person Larry is. I mean, he spent time with all of the kids before the program started, talking to them and answering their questions. You guys know that it was really important to us that we start to connect better with the high school players and that football community and make certain that we're highlighting what they're doing. And this is just the start of it. Last night we kicked off a second year of Friday Night Showdown out at San Carlos and saw the Braves beat the Anthem South Titans 24-12. And from what I'm told, the entire town in San Carlos turned out. The stands were packed. There was so much energy and excitement. Our football engagement manager told me literally at the end of the game, people were crying. They were so excited and so happy that we came out and highlighted that community, especially after what they went through with that watch fire this year. So we're rolling, man. We're going to connect with football people everywhere we can and continue to highlight these kids and what they're doing.
Well, we got Benson coming up there from just southeast of Tucson, taking on Shadow Mountain. That's our 0 game as far as broadcasting tonight.
Makes no sense.
I know, but I mean, but the buzz, I will say this, Erik, the buzz, the Verbo Fiesta Bowl and the AIA is these kids, these coaches are excited that there's that tie-in because it's like, hey, here we are, and you put them on the map with all the things that you've got going on in reference to the high school and tying that to the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, it seemed obvious to me that we do that. These are the fans and the families that we need to rely on to support us when the Guaranteed Rate Bowl gets started on December 26th and when the Verbo Fiesta Bowl is there, and not just this year but every year. And I really want those families and the kids in particular who are interested in football, who are playing and following it, to feel like these games belong to them and that they grew up in a place where they had the luxury of seeing 2 very high-level postseason college games in their backyard year over year, and they could create the memories that go along with attending events like that.
Erik Moses joining us here, Fox Sports 910. Let's talk what you guys are doing this year, I believe, number 2, in regards to the Friday night showdown. Kind of explain what that's all about and why the Bulls got involved in this.
Yeah, well, it goes back to what I was just saying. I mean, we want to make certain that we are engaging with football players, coaches, families, fans, are at every level and supporting them and bringing more attention to what our young people are doing on the field. And this year, I'm really happy to announce that not only do we have 12 games that we're including in our Fiesta Bowl Friday Night Showdown schedule, the first of which was last night, but we've got 3 Fiesta Bowl flag football showdown games so that we can make certain that we're highlighting the ladies even more. And so we're rolling, man. It's going really well, and the kids are excited about being there. We gave our big belt, to the player of the game last night, and the kids love that. So we're going to continue to connect and continue to support these young people.
When it comes to the grant funding, what is the window right now for those that, because I'm sure there's a lot of people listening that would love to be able to be part of that grant process. Do you know when that is off the top of your head?
I know that it just closed, and we just announced winners or grantees within the last couple of weeks. So they'll have to wait for a while before that window opens up again. And look, I will say, and I get the emails, as you guys can imagine, folks who are disappointed that they weren't successful. We probably had 400 applications for 22 grant awards, and they're all worthy of support. And I wish we could support every single program and nonprofit that files an application. But we're doing the best we can with the resources we have, which is why, last week when we had the football kickoff event, we did that paddle raise and we did a silent auction because we want the community to know that they can support us directly. Yes, buy tickets to the games. Yes, buy foursomes to our Part 3 challenge. Yes, buy tables for the kickoff event. But you can also give money to us because you know that we're going to amplify those dollars and we're going to make certain that those dollars find their way into the community to support groups that are supporting youth sports and education all across the state.
It's not going to be too long before the quarterfinal for the 12-team playoff right around the corner there, Erik. What kind of – I imagine you guys are planning, getting all kinds of things going on. But that buzz has got to be very exciting around there at the Fiesta Bowl offices.
Yeah, I mean, I think this – and you guys know this, but I think this may be the most exciting college football season maybe ever. I mean, all of the changes, the realignment, the expansion of the playoff, there's so much buzz nationally. I literally just got back from the ASU football kickoff luncheon over at their stadium, and people are excited. I mean, everybody's ready for football to get started, and we are too. And I think this expanded playoff is going to provide for some great storylines. Hopefully, maybe a few upsets, right? So we can see some different teams making their way towards a national championship. But we are thrilled to be the first ever quarterfinal. It is fitting for an organization like this that has been pioneering for so long, and the Bowl of First, that we be the very first quarterfinal. And so we're looking forward to it, and we're going to rely on this community to help us knock it out the park.
We're excited to have you back this year once again on Fridays, and we'll look forward to catching up with you every Friday at this time. And when you're on the road, kind of give us the look behind the curtain and all that good stuff. So as always, Erik, thanks for some time today, and we'll look forward to catching up with you next week.
Appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work.
You got it. Erik Moses is joining us here, the CEO and president of the Verbo, Fiesta Bowl, and Guaranteed Rate Bowl, as we mentioned, the quarterfinals, as he'll be joining us throughout the year. And, even last year, he was able to give us some insight on, how this whole playoff was coming together. And now here it is. It's finally here. And I know we're all pretty excited. We have decided to give you an opportunity to win $20,000. And it's our 12-team college football predictor game. And all you have to do is go to our website, rockymanucci.com, and you predict all 12 CFP teams in exact order in which seeded and the winner of the CFP, and you'll win $20,000. Now, if that wasn't enough, how about you predict all 12 CFP teams in exact order in which seeded, not the winner? How about $10,000? Or predict all 12 teams and win $1,000. That is a great contest. It's brought to you by Lerner Row and Right Toyota. That's where we're at today. First 1,000 people to enter at rocketmanuch.com. Don't miss your shot. Deadline is Thursday, this coming Thursday, when week 1 gets underway. So you'll really have till Wednesday night, so to speak.
Yes.
But take the time. It is time consuming to a point, or you can do it real quick, but
just go with your gut feeling. Look at the top 15.
But when you have an opportunity for $20,000,
yes, yeah,
why wouldn't you give it a shot, right? And so anyway, coming up, this is great. A new fantasy football punishment forces some guy to spend a brutal night in Las Vegas with only $20. And what teams are slated to travel the most this college football season? We'll have that next from Wright Toyota. It's Rocket Manuch today, Fox Sports 910.
Life's just clear, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G Protein Bar.